Hi, I'm David Yaz of the Boston Podcast Network. I'm here today with attorneys Russell Schwartz and Nick Plante of Worcester's leading family law firm, Schwartz and Plante. So today the topic on the table is custody of a child. So Russell, let's start with you. Needless to say, incredibly important topic. People obviously concerned about the well-being of their child and who will have custody. Tell us a little bit about what that concept means.
So child custody really deals with the responsibility of who is going to be in charge of a child, whether that child is born as a product of folks who are married or people who are not married. Custody applies to children from day one till the age of 18. And after they're age 18, custody is no longer applicable in Massachusetts. There are two types of custody, legal custody and physical custody. In Massachusetts, legal custody is basically the major life decision making for a child: health, education, welfare, and even sometimes religion. Physical custody is what we say is the day-to-day responsibilities of a parent who is responsible for the events for the day for that child. And those are the two basic types of custody, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Nick, tell us about the concept of parenting plans and how they get put together in Massachusetts.
Parenting plans are, again, one of those areas where we really pride ourselves on the individualized work that we do to tailor the family that we're working with. Parenting plans range in styles, range in diversity. There are lots of parents who share custody of their children equally, and they have equal parenting time, and there's a variety of ways in which we do that. There are other families who follow a different setup where one parent is the custodial parent and another parent sees the child maybe in between a third and 50% of the time, and there's a variety of parenting plans that work for that setup. But ultimately, what we do is we look at the family's needs, we look at the parents' schedules, we consider all of those things in fashioning an individualized parenting plan, either by way of an agreement or if we're litigating a case to a judge, really highlighting that family's needs so the judge understands and frequently does implement a parenting plan that works for that individual family.
And with that being said, we're also very sensitive to the judge's philosophy. And because there's no hard and fast rule for a parenting plan, we need to know, based on our experience, what the judge is thinking in terms of the history of that case, and perhaps the judge's slant on a philosophy about custody and a parenting schedule.
Absolutely.
This is a delicate matter, potentially an emotional matter, needless to say. Two parents worrying about who's going to get to take care of their kids. Does your firm have a philosophy, Nick, about the way you counsel clients when it comes to custody?
I think our philosophy is always to encourage the client to think about what works best for the family. I like to remind my clients that they're going to be represented by me for a period of time, but they're going to be on their own with their co-parent after they're done working with me. And so we try to encourage them to keep an open mind to what their children need, what they need, what their spouse needs, and really work within the bounds of reasonableness to find a parenting plan that works.
I think that's true. I think when we often talk about our philosophies, it's what works best for the family, but what is practical, what's appropriate, and what's reasonable. Because our clients' expectations may not be reasonable initially, and it's our job to perhaps set them. And we do we spend a lot of time with our clients kind of setting expectations and talking about a reasonable, what we refer to as a range of reason. What's a reasonable range of reason as to an appropriate parenting schedule?
But at the same time, always being prepared to litigate for ultimately what the client wants. And I think to bring a strong litigation presence, regardless of the topic, regardless of the issue at stake, if we can't reach an agreement, as Russell said, within those bounds of reasonableness.
Well, like I said, such an important issue. I can see why people need to come to attorneys like you to help you sort it out. Thanks, gentlemen, for the time today telling us about custody and how it fits into the bigger picture of family law. Thanks for listening to today's discussion. For more information on this topic and all topics surrounding family law, and to follow up with attorneys Schwartz and Plante, please visit the website at schwartzplante.com. And thanks for watching.